Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Project Ozone Lite. Project Ozone Lite came out about 2 years ago and it's 1.10.2 Skyblock based mod pack, and it's very similar to stuff such as Sky Factory and Project Ozone 1, 2, and 3 if you've seen any of those. And this is my island. I'm using the base Hermitcraft series island for this. So let's go ahead and see our island. So I chose Team Green. Okay, so first thing we want to do is look at this. So typically Skyblock mod packs have a random act of kindness at the beginning, where you just check a box, you get a loot chest, and you get your torch, diamond, sapling, whatever. That is actually an amazing reward. So whenever we get into applied energistics, probably in a few episodes, we're going to be able to go straight to 64k storage component or storage cells, which if we look at the recipe for those require 3 16s, which require 3, and so on and so forth, and you have to do all that stuff. So that takes out a lot of time. I'm going to go ahead and throw away this quest book because I don't actually need it. I use a dedicated key, which you can use in your finding your settings. I have it bound to grave, which is the default. And most times, because this is a Gardens of Glass type world, you will start with the Britannia flame, like a flare right there. So if you plant a tree and then you spam crouch, it more likely to grow into a larger tree. This time it didn't grow into a larger tree, but yeah, we also have fast leaf. I didn't get a sapling, and it's raining. That's perfect timing. So if you don't manage to get a sapling, I believe we can turn this living root into, yeah, we can, a sapling. Okay, so I just got kind of unlucky there. That's why these worlds have living root there. So instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and set down a crafting table over here and make a crook, because from a crook you can farm these and get higher chances of drops, and then you can mine the tree after. And if you wonder how I'm like vein mining them, I have it bound to a certain key where you just hold it down while you're breaking it, and it doesn't even matter if you have anything in your hand, it breaks everything of that material. And if you look in the chat, you can see you can bind it to certain shapes or none, so it's easy for making tunnels and stuff when you go to the nether and other dimensions. So let's look what our other quests are. So we have early cobblestone, only works in Gardens of Glass, of course, and we have the wood age. So wood age, that's stuff that I just show you guys how to get. And to get cobblestone, as it says here, shift right click grass/dirt to gain pebbles. This only works in Gardens of Glass world types. So since this is, you can shift right click and you have a chance of getting a pebble. That time I got 2. I got 2 again. Okay, so it's a chance between 1 and 2, I believe. So you can sit here, you can hold right click, and I will be back once I get some more resources, farm some more trees down like I've shown you how to do, and collect a bunch of cobblestone. As you can see, I am now back, and I collected a fair few pebbles, turned some of them into cobblestone. If you want to know how to do that, you can. So with NAI or JEI, whichever you have, if you hit U on something, it'll show you its uses. So if you just do 4 pebbles and a crafting grid, you will receive 1 cobblestone. So if I turn all the pebbles I have plus the stuff I have roughly 3.5 stacks, 3 1/3 stacks. And I collected some saplings, some apples, some silkworms, which you can only get from using a crook on leaves, and a little bit of wood. So if we look at the quest book, wood age, I already completed that. It was just 4 oak logs of any type, 4 saplings, 8 apples. So from this, we got a lesser ring of experience, which just picks up stuff within a certain radius, which is counted as experience. And let's see. What does it want us to do next? So early cobblestone. It wants a stack of cobblestone. So detect Oh, I need a furnace as well. Oh, so a furnace is just standard vanilla recipe. And there we go. And so that's going to give us another loot crate. Actually, it's another lesser ring. Oh, the other one was a normal ring. This was a lesser ring. So, worse reward than we got the first time. We don't need the extra lives, really, because I'm not playing in hardcore mode just because it's a YouTube series. Some people like to play hardcore mode with FTB, but I don't really care for it. Let's see. So, clay. So, wooden barrels. If we search barrel, we can see it, wooden barrel. We need slabs. And we have a wooden barrel now. So if I set this out here in the rain, you'll see on the top it starts to collect water. And yeah. So we just have to wait for that to fill up. And what we have to do is you have to put dust. And you might ask how you get dust. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some stone hammers, which is what you're going to have to do starting out. And it asks for 4 clay. So, oh, there's cobblestone. I don't want to vein mine this and like take down my entire island. So 4 gravel, and then gravel turns into sand, and sand into dust. If you've played other packs before that have this mod in it, that has like the hammers and dust and stuff like that, then you'll know exactly what I'm doing. So that's 1 clay. If we look at this, it should detect that we've had that before. I don't know what that chest there does. So now we just have to really wait for this. And in the meantime, we can use a crook on this. I kind of want to get a large tree here so that I can get a lot of string. I'll show you guys how to get string in a minute. So I'm just going to wait for this to fill up a few more times, get some more dust, and try and get a large tree, and I will be back. So I am back, and unfortunately it has stopped raining now. And some people might spawn in like a desert biome or a savanna biome where you don't even have access to water in the first place. So you might, as you can see in the quest says, if you're in a non-rain biome, you can fill a barrel with water with wooden bowls or glass bottles. And I don't think we currently have water on this island at all. So some people might just think they have to build out and try and find a biome that does. Or you can, oh wait, there's no wooden crucible, is there? Ooh, that's an issue. Typically you'll have a wooden crucible that you can fill with leaves, saplings, whatever to get. That might be a problem. So it looks like to continue down that road, I'm just gonna have to wait until it starts raining again, and until then, I'm just gonna have to put that quest off. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of these things, like the baubles and stuff I'm receiving, in this chest, and that'll be the chest for whenever we, get, whenever we open loot crates. So, what's another quest we can do? We can work on sieves. That's a really important one to do. So if I put a tree here, and then you crouch, you grow it, take a silkworm that you received from using a crook on the leaves before, and you can infest the leaves. Just like, silkworms in real life can help produce silk. We're gonna get string from this. So I infested it in 3 places just so it goes a little bit faster. And yeah. So what I'm going to do here is make some storage drawers. You don't have to, you can use normal chests for now, but I'm just going to do this just to help prepare for the future. So I'm going to go and put saplings in one of these, silkworms in another, cobblestone there, and then just put some other stuff. Just to help clear out my inventory a little bit. Okay, so to do this, we are going to need, I already have sticks, never mind. So we're going to need a crook. And it's very important to use a crook on this, because if not, it won't actually give you string. So once they all turn white and it says progress done, you're going to go ahead and use a crook. You're going to vein mine it, and it drops a bunch of string. Make sure you have extra saplings. Please make sure you have extra saplings, because it does not drop saplings if you infest it with silkworms. So with this string here, with this string here, if we take 9, you can make string mesh, and that's part of this quest. The other part is a sieve, or a sieve, however you pronounce it wherever you are in the world. So that's 2 sticks and a slab. So we can go ahead and place this here, and you're gonna hold this or the string mesh, or whichever mesh you have, and you're gonna right click it in there. And we really want to go past that really fast, because if we look at string mesh, right click, and we hit gravel can only give you flint, dirt can give you some drops, but they're really low chances, and then stuff we can't even do. So, but if we look at flint mesh, then from dust, instead of just getting bone meal and skystone, you get ores and all kinds of other stuff. And you can upgrade iron to diamond, and then that's the quest progression right there. Oh, I didn't even know that was a quest. Okay. Cryostabilize flux ducts. Infinite RF transfer. That might be really good for early game. Well, we won't be needing the bandwidth, just instead of making conduits. That could be really useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and, is there any way that I can convert these saplings to a different type, like spruce? Is that even possible? I don't think so. So I guess we're stuck using oak wood for now, but oak wood's fine. I'm going to get some more string, try and fill up this drawer possibly, and then I will be right back. So while I've been away for just a couple minutes, I haven't really done too much. I've just got a little bit more string and a few extra pebbles. It started raining. And apparently this is like extreme hills, and then this is plains, forests. I have like all kinds of stuff. There's one block of plains, and okay, so it's snowing right there, but it's raining here. And so that means we can get our last bit of dust, or clay rather. So it looks like I'm gonna have to break this and pick it up, because it didn't take me having it for the quest, because I didn't have all the clay at the same time. So now that it's complete, we can claim the reward, which is a Enderman charm. And if you hold shift on items, sometimes they show you extra information, such as this. Enderman charm makes it so Enderman cannot see you. It does use durability every time that, every time you attack them or look at them, and they should have seen you or attacked you, but they didn't, if that makes sense. So you can get charms for every single mob, such as gas charms for the nether, very good, and so on and so forth, depending on the dimension you are in. So something we need to look at doing is food production. So if I look at the uses for apples, we can make golden apples, etc., all kinds of other stuff, Pam's harvest craft kind of stuff. Is there anything good? Apple juice is actually worse. It just gives a little bit of speed, which is very useful. Fruit salad, that could be good, possibly. A lot of saturation, but it's 2 apples. I think the one that I saw earlier that I've decided on is probably this apple sauce. Requires a pot, and that's copper, iron, or steel. So if I look at iron ore chunk, what is the best way for me to get that on? Okay, so dust, it's 100% chance for flint. Gravel, it's 100% chance, and so is it for sand. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to, I'm going to go ahead and use this diamond. This is what I typically do, and I'm going to use it to make a builder's wand. which is going to be very useful for whenever like you want to harvest stuff down. So I'm going to go ahead and let me just build up here, and then I will hammer that, so that's gravel now. And I need to, so you can either break it, which will take a while, and use some of your hunger, or you can just craft it straight into flint. So the reason I did 18 there is because 6, and then if you break this, and I place the string mesh in the middle with flint on both sides, I get a flint stiffened mesh. So now what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to turn this into gravel to start. It's now 24. And then you just can right click it straight into here. And I just got, so let me look at flint stiffened mesh. So it's not great. The drop chances of most things are pretty poor, but gold is 20%, iron is 100%. So if I do 24 pieces, that should give me 6 iron, which is enough to make the pot. And then once we get a better food source, we can start do more vein mining, more tree farming, be able to sieve more by breaking more blocks, etc., etc. So I'm going to go ahead and sieve through the rest of this, break some more cobblestone, turn it into gravel, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. It's probably about 5-10 minutes later. I just went through about 2 stacks of the materials, the gravel, and now I have a bunch of these ore pieces. If you put them in a 4x4 together, you get the ore chunk, which I can go ahead and do with all of these. Just take whatever is in 4 or above. And then, such as copper, we got some platinum, aluminum, tin, silver, and some gold. We also received some flint from doing that, which can be useful, and some coal and lapis. We can also get diamonds once we upgrade to the iron stiffened, which is probably what we're going to do next. And as you might see, I did craft a few more sieves, and I upgraded to flint on all of them. And so if I go ahead and place, if I click once, it puts 4 in, and then you can do up to a 5x5, which is really useful whenever we go to automate this in the future. And what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and try and make a 3x3. Okay, now we have a 3x3, but we don't have any mesh. So I need 5 of these. There we go. Don't want to accidentally craft too many. I mean, it won't hurt because in the end we have to. Oh, crap. I didn't even think about that. I'm going to have to break all of these because you can't do some of one type and some of another, or else it doesn't let you place it all in at once, sadly. I know you can do that in the newer versions, such as like 1.12, but not here. So if I go ahead, I grab some flint. So that's 2 more right there. And that's already much faster. Because instead of doing 4, now we're doing 6, and we can be doing 9 very, very soon. So I'm going to go ahead and get the last 3 here, and then I'm going to look at the quest book and see what we should do next. As you can see, it is much later if you look at the days in the top left-hand corner. And I got these sieves here, as I said I would do the last, and I sifted a little bit of stuff, so now we have some iron ore chunks. If we look at pot, which is pan and then pot, that's a stick and 4 iron ingots. So we could just smelt this stuff straight up in a furnace, and it gives you 1, but if you use this quartz grindstone, you have a chance of getting a second. So if we look at quartz, grindstone, that's a wooden gear, we can make that. And then quartz or Certus quartz of any type, 3 stone and 2 cobblestone. So I sifted some sand while I was away, because that's how you get these Certus quartz. If you look at this, it's from sand on a flintstone mesh or anything but string, basically. It's a 6% drop. So I spent a while getting some of this stuff. So I have 6 of them. I only need 3. And I put some stone in there already. So if I go like this, now we have a grindstone. So if I go ahead and place this down, and I put, let me take 2. Let's see if I can double it. You might think that you can't do anything with this, but what you need is a crank, which is simply 5 sticks. So take 5 sticks in the crafting menu. I do that, put it on there. If I right click, you just hold right click and then see it puts it into here. And then I believe it's 8 revolutions. And you're doing probably revolution every 2 seconds, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so I got 2 out of 1. You'll know because this thing stops. But if you keep right clicking after it stops like that, it will just break completely and you have to craft another one. So I just doubled our iron there. So what's good about this is early game when we don't have a lot of materials, while this does take extra time, I think it's worth it, especially for materials such as gold, copper, tin, stuff like that. Anything except for iron. I'm doing with iron just an example here, but anything else that's harder to get, it's well worth it. Especially when we're looking at like yellowite. I don't know if we have any of that yet. Yeah, yellorium, because yellorium blocks are 20 times under a crucible, which we will get into very, very soon. So if you, just like vanilla Minecraft, is like putting iron ore into there. If we take 1 piece of coal for 8 pieces of iron, I take a stick, 1 stick, and then 4 iron will make that. I also crafted a bed while you guys were away. I don't know if I did that before last time, but I did that in one of the cuts. Just simply 4 string makes a 4 string makes a piece of wool, and I just made a bed just so I can skip when it's nighttime, because nobody likes nighttime. I also got nature cores from a quest, because I didn't know this, but there was actually a quest for, or rather I forgot to claim the quest for the flint, stick, and mesh. So the next one is of course iron, and then after that is diamond. You get better drops. So for this I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 6 is 54, so I need 54 iron to turn these all to iron, stiff, and meshes. So if I go ahead and make a pot, and then pot with apples, that's applesauce. So instead of getting 2 with 1.5 or 1 1/4 or a third-ish haunches of hunger, we're getting 3 with a whole bunch of saturation. And this thing has infinite durability. So that is well worth it. What I'm going to do next is take a piece of dirt, a sapling. Sapling with 3 apples gives you a Pam's Harvest Craft apple sapling. And I'm sure most of you can already see where this is going. If I go ahead and I'm going to expand out this platform some, because we're kind of restricted right now. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I expand this out here. How am I going to do this? If I just do, I kind of want to make a chisel right now. You can make a chisel from Chisels Plus, I believe is what it is. Oh, I don't want a pot. So if I make one of those, and I'm going to go with, ooh, the weather looks nice. That one looks good. I think weather looks the best. So wait, I don't even have a way to break these, do I? Nope. Well, I guess I'm rolling with this for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how many way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all this needs to be lit up. So I'm gonna have to make some charcoal or normal coal for torches, and then just getting started in the base a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this iron, I'm going to put it in the grindstone like I showed before, and I'm going to upgrade all these iron stiffened meshes, and then I'm going to expand out here, and I will show you guys how to use the apple sapling. And off camera, oh, I dropped the sapling. Off camera, I put this little thing together here. It's just 2 hoppers. I showed you how to get iron, and it's just a simple vanilla recipe with a wooden barrel in between, and I'm pumping in saplings, because you can convert, I believe it's 8 saplings. Let me see. 8 saplings makes a piece of dirt, because I'm going to start a farm over here. Just simple chiseled bricks and then some slabs around here. And as I said before, I'm trying to get these iron sieves, iron sieve mesh. And I'm just waiting for this stuff to smelt, basically. So it looks like I'm only waiting on a little bit of iron. So we can go ahead and put this stuff back. It doesn't really matter where it is right now. This is all, of course, temporary. Yep, I got a perfect amount of iron too. I had to get a little bit more from the grindstone, a few more pieces, just so I could put together the hoppers, and then still have enough for this stuff. And at the moment, I just need to kind of go through and, ooh, nice, first big tree. I need to go through and break this stuff down and get a bunch of wood, because wood is really useful, as I'm sure you guys have seen in this game. And it's something we're not going to want to have to farm later, so it's worth it to get a good bit now, if that makes sense. Another thing you can do is you can actually use a hammer on oak wood logs, and if you sawdust, I didn't use a crook there, accidentally just hold silkworms. And so for example, if I go like this, break it with a stone hammer, you get some logs, but mainly sawdust. If I put the sawdust in here, I believe it's 8 sawdust to, yeah, it's the same as a sapling. So after you have a good bit of wood, I don't really have much right now, you can start using a hammer on that to produce more dirt. So currently 3 dirt here. I'm gonna go around and change out this dirt for the weathered bricks. I also made a vanilla pickaxe and stuff, and it shouldn't really matter too much. We're gonna get into Tinker's Constructs soon, so keep that in mind. I wouldn't go for like iron tools or anything like that, because they're just gonna get beat by Tinker's Construct tools, because that's what you eventually want to use. I just want to replace all the cobblestone with this brick, just so I don't accidentally vein mine my island whenever I place stuff down to crush it. That's looking pretty good. So I'm just gonna get this dirt. I don't know what the black grass does, honestly. You don't typically have that. This is a custom island. So, oh, I just broke the flare. That was completely on accident. I believe this helped with the growth of trees and stuff, so that's really unlucky. But I should have been paying more attention. That's completely my fault. Okay, so I know some of you guys are probably cringing that I'm breaking all the grass, and you think I might not have grass, but if you actually sift dirt, then you can get a grass seed. Oh, that was scary. Some of these don't have stuff under them. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so if that's all the dirt, I'm gonna come back over here and what? Okay. Why is it doing that? I guess because I'm shift right clicking on it. I'm gonna put a torch in the center, which should be right there, and this should be all lit up. I'm gonna go ahead and, ooh, actually I don't want that in the center. I want the sapling in the center. Okay, so if yeah. So you can shift and it has a bone meal effect on the apple. So if you just hold right click and you just shift inside of this thing, infinite apples. And from now until the foreseeable future, our food supply is going to be completely apples, even till end game, most likely, until we can build some kind of farm to get us better food. So you can just sit here, collect apples, and then put it into the pot. And now look at this, we have 42 applesauce. So we are set from now on. So next, what I probably want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the dirt for this thing. And I was looking at the quest book. Diamond 7 mesh we can't really do much of. We can get into Tinker's Construct or lava generation. These other tabs we can't really do much of because basic capacitors are a little bit too expensive right now, and we can't really even get far because we don't have any way to produce power yet. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to sift a bunch more, get the rest of this dirt, and then I will be right back. Did as I said, and I completed the dirt over here. This is 81 dirt, I believe. And I have a little bit extra, I have 13. I went through all of the stuff I put in there. I'm down to 76 saplings from like 300 or something like that. And I'm trying to get some iron and gold together right now because I want to do that off camera because I don't think you guys want to watch me just hit that thing over and over again. So I was looking, the next thing that makes sense to get into is probably lava generation. So definitely gonna need a bucket. That's one thing. And then if we look at the cost of a crucible, so unfired porcelain clay, so that's clay with, okay, so seven, where's the, oh, there it is, okay. So that's, oh, but okay, so that means I need to make dust. I got a little bit of that already. I gotta pray I get some bone meal. So it's only 2 bone meal from 18. 6. 7. Okay, so I'm good on the bone meal then. Okay. So as you can see, good build materials. Getting some stuff. I just got some redstone, which is gonna be very important, and some blaze powder. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine those two, get porcelain clay, and we're going to combine that into an unfired crucible. So the unfired crucible, we can put it in a furnace. I'm going to craft another furnace just because I'm going to need to at some point anyway. It just makes sense. I'm just not getting the achievement for that. That doesn't make sense. Let me take 2 sticks just because I don't want to waste a coal on one thing. And then I'm going to have to as well get this gold cooking in here just because. So for this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to put it on top of a torch. It doesn't really matter where it is. Let me just put it here just so I can look and see above it. So you're going to take 4 cobblestone, put it in here, and see, look, solid cobblestone slowly converts into liquid lava, as you can see up there, at a rate of 1x. So if we look, how much, oh, I don't really have much yellowite. So we're going to want to upgrade to lava under it next, and then yellowite, because lava is a ×3 speed instead of a torch is 1, lava is 3. If I look, there's a quest actually. It's this one right here. It shows you it shows you what you should put under it to speed it up. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to, if we look at the uses of dirt and we go over to sieve, we can see we can get seeds, melon seeds, pumpkin, potato, carrot, sugarcane, cactus, and of course carrot. And of course different trees, ancient spores, which are going to be used for witch water later, and grass seeds. So the grass seeds, what we're really looking for, along with potato and carrot, is to fill in other areas whenever I want to with... Wait, can we not do this on that? It has to be a string mesh. Ooh. Right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just craft one just to set off to the side by itself. Because I don't really want to have to craft 9 more things made of string, because that's just going to take a while. And yeah, so it looks like already we've got pumpkin, ancient spore, cactus, sugarcane, and normal seeds. The normal seeds are, I don't know what the difference between those are. Okay. We don't really need those. Those are the same as the pebbles you right click the ground for. It used to be these kind of pebbles, but now they changed it so you only get these from sifting dirt. So what I'm really here for is potato and carrot. And I don't think I got either, honestly. So it looks like I got sugarcane, carrot, and I don't think I got anything else from that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away. I wish, because they're some are andesite, some are other kinds. I wish I didn't get those at all, but can't really control it. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and let this stuff smelt, let the stuff turn to lava, and I will be right back. So while I was gone, I decided to remove the centerpiece of dirt and put a water source there. And I used chisel and bits. I just made a stone chisel to make basically like a small slab that's only 1 pixel high, so that it doesn't really change like the height of it much, and it makes it so the items can't drop in the water, but the water source still affects all this. And the lava is done now, as you can see. And I'm gonna go ahead and refill that so it makes another full bucket. And I prepared a piece of glass. I just used a piece of sand that we had already made and put it in the furnace. And as you can see, iron and gold is looking good so far. So if you use 6 cobblestone, it doesn't matter if it's chiseled or not. A piece of glass, a bucket of water, and lava. So the water I just got from this barrel because it started raining again. And I should probably make an infinite water source soon. But there we go. Cobblestone generator. So now that we have, actually let me think on this. We do have a source of water. I didn't even know that was there. Okay, wow. Well, I wish I would have known that was there before, honestly. So if I go like this, now we have a permanent infinite water source. So it looks like this concrete stuff makes you run faster, because when I go over it, you can see I go really, really fast. I guess, well, if I build my base out of that, that could actually be really useful. So now we have an infinite water source. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in here. Yeah, I killed an enderman. He dropped a loot bag, and that's how I got the horse armors and the enchanted books. I forgot to mention that. And so what we can do with this, if you look at it, it says Holds up to 32 blocks, makes 1 cobblestone every 40 ticks, can output to an inventory above, can output to a hopper below. So what we're going to want to do is probably grab a storage drawer. So this is not the 2x2, it's just a 1x1 because it holds more. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and make a full setup for this. So I'm going to make a setup so we can make lava more efficiently using this, and I will be right back. Oh, I wasn't actually recording, I literally just died, as you can see from that waypoint. So I was just standing here, AFKing, and well, I was like back here, and Enderman spawns right there, or like right over there, right in front of my crosshair, an evolved Enderman. They ignore like normal spawning rules, so they can spawn any light level anywhere. And came over here, and I almost killed him, as you can see from the durability of my pickaxe, but not. Yeah, he got me. He gave us a loot bag though, that's pretty nice. 5 mana steel. I like that you can get mana steel from those because I'm not very good with Botania. That's probably the one mod in this pack that I have the least familiarity with. But it'll be fine because, yeah, that's what Google's for. Looks like I need 2 more slabs, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me go ahead and craft some extras here. Get 2. Where'd my food go? Oh, okay. I didn't see it in my offhand for some reason. I thought maybe it fell off the edge when I died. We do have the gravestone mod is in this. So when you die, like you have to break your gravestone, but still items can unfortunately fall. So if I go make some torches, I made a bunch of charcoal and actually pretty useful stuff. I thought it was out and I forgot I made a drawer for it. I now have seeds, and it looks like this episode is kind of running long. I was hoping to get a Tinker's Construct today, but it's not looking like we're going to be able to. So I'm going to put lava under here eventually. So this is what I'm thinking. Cobblestone generator right there. Pumping items into here until it gets to the end. It'll either go into here or it'll go to the end of the chain here, where it will go into a storage drawer. Let me switch sides on this. I'd rather go on the other side. Okay, yeah, so there we go. And we'll put 2 more here, so we'll automatically keep filling these. And I'll put lava beneath. So, if you guys enjoyed the episode, it would be much appreciated if you liked or subscribed and even commented. If you have any questions on anything I did or anything I should do in future episodes, please go ahead and leave that down below. And so this episode, what we did mainly, we built this platform, we got a bunch of dirt. Next episode, we're going to be farming some plants and working more on cobblestone generation, along with sifting some more stuff, getting some more trees done. I'm going to have to tidy up that issue up there, because mobs can spawn up there. I wasn't even thinking about that prior. So there was a spider that dropped on me earlier. And other than that, next episode, if we look in the quest book, we're probably going to be doing maybe the nether, upgrading our cobblestone generator, and maybe even trying to get a watering can or a mob farm of some type going. But yeah, if you guys like the episode, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye bye.